Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer, professional psychic, and in this video I'm going to be celebrating my dad and talking to you guys about all the life lessons I've learned from my dad. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Alright you guys, so my dad is an awesome person. By the way, just real quick, I did this for my mom on Mother's Day, and if you want to see that, I'm going to have it in the cards for you, as well as a video I did with both of my parents, so you can actually like meet them and hear them and see them in the flesh if you're interested in that. They're pretty funny and hilarious. So in this video, because it's Father's Day, happy Father's Day, I am going to be focusing on my dad and what I've learned from him through the years, and here we go. The first thing that I learned from my dad is to be a hard worker. My dad was a super hard worker. He really he left the house at like 6 o'clock in the morning. He didn't come home till well in the late afternoon. He would bust his butt to do whatever he needed to do to take care of us. He just was a very hard worker. He was very dedicated, and he never made it look like a big deal. He never complained like, oh, I'm so tired. He just was always, really positive. And that's the second thing I learned from my dad. My dad is the most chill, easygoing guy, and he's so nice and pleasant and easy to be around. And I feel like to have that level of easygoing, kind of fun, effervescent quality, I feel like that is something that's really a thing that I wish I had more of. I wish I could say I had more of it, and I don't, but I try to remember him when I'm going through stressful times or difficult times, because he is just the type of person that no matter what's going on around him, no matter who's fighting or who's dealing with anything, he's just going to be sitting there like, and just chilling out and trying to bring levity, trying to tell a joke, trying to solve a problem. He's the first one to step in when something goes wrong and tries to fix it, or tries to say, hey, well, we can do this or we can do that. He's like definitely a great icebreaker with either trying to solve the problem or trying to make a joke or trying to do something to make everybody else laugh. He is definitely just really easygoing and chill and so patient, and love that about him. And the other thing is that he is just so funny. Like, he is hilariously funny. If you guys go watch that video, you'll see, especially in the intro, he just comes up with these things off the top of his head, and sometimes it's irreverent, sometimes it's just silly, but he's so funny, and he has a great sense of humor. I like to kind of remember to have a sense of humor, especially in times of stress or chaos. That sense of humor can really kind of help you get through the day or help you feel better about an uncomfortable situation. So that's definitely another thing that I learned from him, or that I try to emulate from him. And the last thing that I want to say that I kind of try to take from him is he's really thoughtful. He's a thoughtful person, and he has a good eye for paying attention to detail in situations. And I'll give you the perfect example, and I've spoken about this before, but like for Valentine's Day, he would always get my mom like a bouquet of flowers or whatever, a box of chocolate or whatever, the big classic thing, but he always made sure to get something for me and my brother. And I think that's so sweet. Like, most times it's just couples getting things for each other, and he always would give us a smaller version. So like if he got my mom, say, a dozen roses, he would get a little pink rose for me and made me feel special. Or if he got her like a big old box of chocolates, he would get my brother and I each like a little box of chocolates. And it's just the little thoughtful things. When we first met him, because he's my stepfather, my birth father, my natural father, whatever you want to call it, died. And when we first met him, and my brother and I completely fell in love with him as soon as we met him. There was no awkwardness. It was just like, we love you. Come marry our mom. Here, take her. We just loved him to death. And we just thought he was like so amazing, and the answer to our prayers and everything. And so when he first came to pick up my mom and take her out on her date, he brought her flowers and stuff, but he also brought a little gift for me, and he also brought a little gift for my brother, and like just little things like that. Like, it's very classy, very thoughtful, stuff like that is really, really, important and leaves a lasting impression. I think that those things are so special and so nice about him, and whenever I think about him, I think of those things. And I'm going to add one more. He had a lot of patience, because when I was young, we would drive in the car together, and that was some of our fun times. We had really great talks, and we'd talk back and forth about just life and philosophy or whatever. But I went through a lot of times in my life where my musical tastes were eccentric, and he was always cool with whatever I wanted to play. Like, he never complained like, oh, your music is blah blah blah. And I'm telling you guys, like, my music taste was eccentric. It was not like just top 40 pop. It was like just show tunes and this and that and rap and just whatever. I liked a little bit of everything, and no matter what, even guys Muppets, just like so many different things. And he was always really cool about like whatever I wanted to play, and he was just like easygoing about that. I mean, that lends to the easygoing aspect. But anyway, Dad, happy Father's Day. I love you very much. I'm so glad that you're my dad, and I really appreciate you. I hope you like this video, and I hope that you know how much I love you. And yeah, so guys, I encourage you to go watch my video that I made about my mom, because I learned a lot of great lessons from her. And I talked about her in that video, and I learned a lot of great lessons from my dad. And again, you guys can go see the video where you can see them both in action, and they're a trip, man. You're going to have a good time watching that one. So, all right, guys, take care. I will see you soon. Happy Father's Day, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Father's Day, and appreciate all the dads and the people who are like dads in your life. All right, guys, take care.